And when you hear that sound, then you know that it's time for the Sports Center. The Sports Center is brought to you by MTN 4G Plus. For fastest connectivity and highest internet speed, choose MTN Turbo Net. Standard Chartered Bank here for good. Multi-TV just thrills. And the journey of 1,000 smiles began 10 years ago. And to celebrate this, MTN is giving away 10 brand new Hyundai cars in the MTN Momo at 10 promo, including the all-new 2019 Hyundai Santa Fe as the grand prize. You can also win other exciting prizes like Samsung Smart TVs, up to 3,000 in e-cash every month, and so much more. Just keep using your MTN Momo more for your everyday transactions to build points and win big from now until the end of August, only on Ghana's best network. Dial star 120 hash to check your points. Terms and conditions apply. So go on, just Momo it. We there for you everywhere you go. So, when you woke up this morning, you probably had no plans of feeling special, but the Standard Chartered Infinite card in your wallet always thinks otherwise, because wherever you go, trust me, you'll get pampered. You're traveling, guess what? A free travel insurance cover of up to $2.5 million is sitting pretty waiting for you. As if that's not enough, you get a free pass to over 1,000 VIP lounges in airports the world over. Well, this is just a few of the many amazing privileges the Standard Chartered Visa Infinite Debit Credit Card brings you. Isn't it time for an upgrade? Call toll free on 0800 740 100 or visit www.sc.com/GH for yours today. Standard Chartered here for good.
Give you. What a way to welcome you.
Redwan, we've moved on from that. Don't bring yourself this way.
I'm still in stitches. I can't. Hey, the way I supported Gabe.
Look.
Only for you to Charlie, it's too bad.
Anyway, as the only girls' school that's made it to the semi-finals,
mediocre,
we still hold our heads up high.
Celebrate mediocrity.
And next year we will be back with a bang. We will not give up, and we will not be moved.
Which school did I go?
Which school did you go?
I have a title on my crest, on my chest too. There's a star, 1 star. At this school, 1 star. 5 times semi-finalists, 4 times finalists, right? We have something to tell you out there, not Wesley girls who can't talk about it anyway. So today we have it covered here this morning, the final of the 2019 National Science and Maths Quiz. My heart is for St. Augustine's College, yes, because at this school, Gasco, the Colabro be giants. And then there's also Pescoba, St. Peter's, the defending champions, and then Presec, all coming up this morning. But before that, the Nations Cup is ridden off its mediocre members. After the audition from the group stage, we are now into the quarterfinals. And yesterday, 2 countries made it to the semi-finals, which is the medal zone. But even before we talk about that one, the Black Stars yesterday sneaked into town in the early hours of this morning. This morning they sneaked in fresh from that disappointment from the Nations Cup. We are back to the drawing board and waiting to find out what caused our early elimination from the tournament. On Tuesday, ranking member on the sports committee, that's Kwabena Woyome, filed an urgent question on the floor of Parliament for the Youth and Sports Minister, Honorable Isaac Esiama, to be hauled to Parliament to answer why Ghana performed poorly. But Chairman of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Sports and Culture, Honorable Alex Ejekum, says it's too early.
The game was played on Monday. Tuesday, you are demanding that the minister appear before Parliament. To be fair, I want to believe that, yes, if they go for such a tournament, we have various category of people handling the affairs. The technical team, the coach, and all those people, the stakeholders. And so, as the minister or the ministry, he will have to demand an official report from the technical bench, the coach, everybody involved. Once that report is received by the minister, then whoever calls upon the minister and the minister is also given the report, he's going to talk based on facts. And so for now, I wanted to give the benefit of the doubt. The minister, the match was played on Monday, allow him to put the pieces together, come over, appear before the committee for us to interrogate various aspects, the pre, tournament issues and post-tournament issues. And so the whole thing, the issues involve the challenges.
You heard that's the chairman for the Parliamentary Select Committee on Sports and Culture, Honorable Alex Ejekum, talking there. You know, for many, Ghana has now become a butt of jokes when it comes to football. Former Kumasi Asante Kotoko chairman Herbert Mensah believes Ghana football is in an abyss and might sink further if administrators fail to plan properly.
Look, seriously, we need to be able to set our parameters, and you judge the parameters very clearly. What really was our aim? After the World Cup, were we rebuilding? It appeared as though we were. We changed things. We changed our captain. We changed our structure. We changed some on the technical side to suggest that this was a new beginning. We know we have great players. I mean, we've got players like Kojo Asamoah, etc., who play at Inter and we're at Juve. We've got great. The World Cup was a total failure. And since then, Ghana hasn't done anything to really show where it's going. The clubs are doing badly. The league is being run terribly. And now we're into AFCON and we failed. We can't even say we're the best in West Africa because look, in the next round, Nigeria is there. Ivory Coast is there. Even the boys from Cotonou are there ahead of us. So we can't talk in the same breath as them or Senegal. Does that mean we're the 5th or even the 6th best in West Africa? Wow.
Let's go to yesterday's round of matches in the quarterfinals. Senegal and Nigeria are the first two teams through to the semi-final at the Africa Cup of Nations. Senegal beat Benin 1-0 and Nigeria had a late 2-1 victory over South Africa. From the event in Egypt, here's the BBC's John Bennett with a wrap-up.
Nigeria were the first team at the Africa Cup of Nations to suffer at the hands of the video assistant referee, but they recovered to record a dramatic late victory. Bongani Zungu's South Africa equaliser was initially ruled out for offside, but then the VAR rightly ruled that the final touch before his header was from Nigeria striker Odion Ighalo's back, and the goal in the 71st minute was eventually given. Then, just as the crowd was getting ready for extra time, South Africa keeper Ronwen Williams completely missed Moses Simon's corner, and William Troost Ekong bundled the ball home. It's Algeria or Ivory Coast next for Nigeria. Meanwhile, Senegal saw off a stubborn Benin with their second narrow 1-0 knockout stage win in a row. Liverpool's Sadio Mane setting up Idrissa Gueye, who burst into the box and delivered a finish that Mane would have been proud of. Senegal a step closer to their first ever Cup of Nations title.
That's it. Senegal making giant steps there at the Nations Cup. And for more on the Joy Sports AFCON Minute, here's Baba Tando.
The AFCON Minute on Joy is brought to you by Total Excellium, the fuel that cleans your engine kilometer after kilometer, in association with GoTV and DSTV, your exclusive Total AFCON coverage destination. Burundi are out of the 2019 Total Africa Cup of Nations, but their players will certainly demand their pound of flesh from officials. Appearance fees meant for the team is missing, according to Vice President of the Burundi Football Federation, Aimable Habimana. He has thus been detained together with two other members of the federation for questioning. Burundi failed to pick up a point in their debut appearance at the AFCON. Tweet at us at Joy Sports with the hashtag JoyAFCON. Salam.
And there's live commentary here on your slate. Starting 4 p.m. Ivory Coast versus Algeria. That's the giant screen classic for you. And then we've got Madagascar playing against Tunisia. All two games will be covered here on Joy 99.7 FM with the commentary team. And even before we go, we have to tell you about what's happening in town. And don't forget that we've got that's Joy Sports. We are trying to bring things together, and referring to the awards ceremony. That's the Ghana Football Awards, which comes off on July 21. The scheme enters a second year, and footballers in the country will be honored for those who performed excellently home and abroad. Details of that coming up later. But before we go, Roger Federer chalked up another monumental milestone to reach the Wimbledon semi-finals, recovering to beat Japan's Kei Nishikori in 4 sets and become the first man to record a century of singles win at any Grand Slam.
It's been a lot of years I've been coming here, and that's given me the opportunity to win a lot naturally, but I didn't think of it while I was playing today. Actually, not at all, not once. And then as I'm signing, the guy said, congratulations for your 100. I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't know, I forgot. And so no, but it's nice because if I look back at the 100 that have happened, some were so incredibly cool. And today again was a big match going into the semis. Maybe was facing Rafa now that he won. So it's 100 wins here at Wimbledon. Who would have thought? I didn't, for sure.
Federer's victory ensured that Wimbledon will play will play host to one of the sport's greatest rivalries after Nadal also overcame Big Seven American Sam Querrey in straight set to see the two meet again for the first time in 11 years. And Nadal says he's looking forward to that challenge.
First of all, it's a great feeling to be back in that semi-finals now and be able to be in that round playing at this level of tennis. Great news. Very happy the way that we managed to be in that round, and now play against Roger always is a unique situation. Excited to be back on this court against him after 11 years. Means a lot for me and probably for him too. So excited about this match. Excited about this opportunity to be again in that round against him.
And you had Rafa Nadal there. Novak Djokovic also won his game against 21st seeded Belgian David Goffin in straight sets, and that will set up the cast there for the semi-finals. So there's more AFCON later today with the other quarterfinal games. Algeria against Ivory Coast. That's a big one, for our listeners and everybody watching on. That's the end of the Joy Sports Center. Something to get you in the mood and for the National Science and Maths quiz. You love it.
Thank you,
MTN brand new Samsung 65-inch UHD Smart TV. Now brand new 2019 Hyundai and I feel 3,000 Ghana.